There's lots of money in holiday movies. It seems particularly romantic holiday movies when it comes to television and streaming services. Just ask Hallmark and now Netflix. Now, I've never watched these films because they just seem way too formulaic to me and filled with horrible acting. The Christmas baubles aren't enough for me because there are so many great Christmas movies already. Although there is something to be said for having one that you've never seen before. But I watched The Happiest Season to review it, and I know a lot of you are so excited about it because of the very important representation. But I have to say, I sat down to watch this in the afternoon as a matinee on a weekend afternoon, and I actually really had a nice time. And I think that's because The Happiest Season not only fits in with those other holiday romantic comedies, but I feel it's a step above. Again, I don't watch that many of these, so maybe some of you are like, whoa, Grace, those other ones are amazing. But this one felt like a real movie, thanks to really strong production values, good writing, and charming movie-level performances. I mean, you can't argue that. A lot of times the casts in these other movies are like, who did you get? But this one was full of movie and TV actors. And I have to say, though, no spoilers. I got a little invested in this, which is to the movie's credit. But I think Kristen Stewart's Abby can do a heck of a lot better. I felt Mackenzie Davis's Harper did some things that revealed that she is a person who simply cannot be trusted. But of course, it's a holiday movie, so they can't really go there. But I think they kind of did. It's not my fault that Clea DuVall and her co-writer Mary Holland might have overdone it when creating some really interesting high-stakes drama. But again, as I said, it did get me more invested. I was like, what did she just do? Oh my God! You should call Dan Levy for advice, Kristen Stewart. And I agree with him. I don't know what to say. So I'm curious, if you do watch this movie, don't mark your comments as spoilers, but I'm curious if you think she should, what your feeling is on Harper as well. I was like, you should, I don't think this is a good idea. But anyway, speaking of Mary Holland, though, the co-writer, what a scene stealer. She is fantastic. And I was not familiar with her before watching this movie. I was tempted to look her up, but actually I was enjoying the movie so much, I didn't want to break the viewing experience, which is hard to do when you're watching movies at home. I've had that problem with a couple of movies that aren't as engaging. But this one I was invested enough and having a good enough time, and it was really great. Again, I said I watched it as a matinee, and it was so holiday-like. I was like, this is really fun. So I didn't break the mood, but afterwards I looked her up. I was like, who is this Mary Holland? I mean, it's hard to compete with Kristen Stewart, Mackenzie Davis, and Allison frickin' Brie, whose role is actually pretty small. But Holland manages to do it. And to be fair, she wrote herself or co-wrote herself some very funny lines. Holland's up there, I think, with Dan Levy as the scene stealer, who of course steals every scene that he is in. I would love a movie where they're the lead characters. I don't want to give anything away. This was good. I thought this was a very satisfying film. I liked the way it ended quite a bit, on multiple levels. Because, there are a lot of different threads to tie up. Hopefully their time will come. And I know that Dan Levy just won a ton of Emmys, but look, he's still here, stuck playing supporting, when he is lead material, for God's sakes. But Stewart, who is the lead, does a really nice job carrying this movie. I know it's popular to hate on Stewart's acting, and she has given us plenty of evidence. I mean, her performance in Snow White and the Huntsman was one of the worst things I've ever seen. I can't believe that made it through the editing phase. I would think that people making that movie would have been like, we can't release this. It's horrible. But they did. But anyway, I think that since Stewart came out, she's become much more comfortable in her own skin as an actress as well. And she's gotten nominated left and right for serious awards, and she's even won the César, aka the French Oscar. So I think that, I don't think it's cool to continue to make fun of her as an actress anymore. And I also feel she's become quite a good comedian and excels in lighter material. I thought she was fantastic in Charlie's Angels. I'm telling you, that's a good movie. Every one of you who listens to me and watches Charlie's Angels is like, you know what? God damn it, this is actually pretty good. And a lot of what makes that movie work is Kristen Stewart. And I thought she did a nice job holding Underwater together as well. And she's great here too. I mean, she did a great job. And you would think this wouldn't be cool enough, this movie, for Kristen Stewart. But she really is all in, and I think that's really commendable. And she's surrounded by an amazing supporting cast. Mary Steenburgen and Victor Garber are pros. Plus, I loved Stewart's scenes with Aubrey Plaza, which is all I will say. But again, if you watch, I'm sure you know what I'm getting at because it's clear to anybody who watches the movie. All right, so I think that DuVall perfectly captures, not just, Clea DuVall is the co-writer and director here. I think she not only perfectly captures not just the formula for a holiday romantic comedy, but also another Hollywood staple where, someone goes home to their place where they grew up and they have to deal with their family and running into old friends and all these unresolved issues. I mean, I think that both of those very formulaic Hollywood movies that are around for a long time for a reason, they're enjoyable, are both done quite well here. I mean, this is, Ryan Reynolds has made a slew of these types of movies, right? I mean, this is right up there with all of those. Also, the production values are excellent. From the Caldwell's beautiful home decked out for Christmas, to all the Christmas parties they attend, to a really cozy LGBT bar decked out for the holidays. Although I was offended that the straight bar they go to was so ugly. I mean, I know they were trying to make a comparison, but I was like, hey, we have better bars than that. Don't judge us by that really ugly bar. I mean, I think that, for those of us in the straight group, our bar looked so bad. I was like, we have much better bar. I'm sure there's a better bar in town than that one. Especially since they just came from that beautiful LGBT bar, which was so lovely. So I'm pleased to say that The Happiest Season isn't just a good holiday film in terms of representation, but it's just actually a really good holiday movie. I thought it was excellent. And, I thought before that maybe the idea of doing a coming out story was like, we were past that. But I thought that the movie did a really good job justifying why Mackenzie Davis's Harper was still in that situation. And it just worked. The whole movie just worked. It really worked. I thought they did a great job. So that's my review of Happiest Season, which premieres on Hulu, becoming quite the spot for quality LGBT entertainment, as Love Victor is on that service and is also excellent. And I would say, they're both really enjoyable content, which I would say is enjoyable for not just the LGBT audience, but for a larger audience. Because as I said, I really enjoyed it. So this premieres on Hulu tomorrow, Wednesday, November 25th, and obviously will be available throughout the holiday season. And if you're looking for a new holiday film, I think, again, this is great, especially if you watch it in the afternoon with a mug of hot chocolate. I think you'll just have a really nice time. And also, I couldn't notice any of the locations, but it was filmed near Pittsburgh, which of course my family is from, so I always enjoy films that are made near Pittsburgh and reference Pittsburgh in the movie as well. All right, so share your thoughts down below, subscribe today, and of course, as always, you can check out some more videos right now.